Right, let's have a look through the papers. Sorry. We've just wheeled Gillian out.
Bring it back.
She's wheeled out. She's sat in the corner now. You can come back later, Gillian, if you behave yourself. We'll look through the papers with the entrepreneur Kate Hardcastle and A&E doctor.
We love you, Gillian.
Oh yeah, she's left a spec. There you go. It's the joys of television, ladies and gentlemen. It's not very glamorous, let me tell you. Anyway, let's have a look, Kate, in the mirror.
I've got proper little tears in my eyes. That was so funny.
It wasn't very dignified, was it? She was
I
wheeled
wish I had my
backwards.
camera out. I could have gone on, you know.
Yeah.
You've been friends.
You've been very good.
Oh,
250 quid.
Yeah, it's a tough market, as you say. What makes tough reading, Kish, is in the Eye this morning, looking at knife crime and fatal stabbings.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite scary in terms of they're saying it's at the highest level since 2010. And obviously the impact on patients' lives when they come into A&E if they get stabbed, and obviously if they lose their life, then that's the ultimate cost. But I think we need to be getting quite serious about this because we had that spate of acid attacks, and then now we're seeing this as well. The impact on people is significant.
See, what we need to know is what's driving it. I mean, are we talking young people here, effectively, because obviously we often associate knife crime with young people. I don't know if that's fair or not.
I think there was a thing a while ago where they were saying that if you get caught carrying a knife, you get a warning and you're not going to go to jail. Whereas, and then David Cameron mentioned something about 2 strikes and you're out policy. So I think there was a culture among younger people that if they carried a knife, then they're going to get less of a severe sentence. Like if you carry a gun, you go to jail. Yeah. So it's less of a problem if they get caught with it. But the impact knife crime has on people's lives, I think we just need to be really tough on it because it's life-changing and it can devastate families and people as well.
Nothing's worse than seeing these stories of particularly young people getting, it always seems to be young people. It's just a waste. Express, Kate. William, is this Prince William?
I think this is so relevant, really, to the state of the beacon we're handing on to the next generation. We are trying to educate and support young people for a generation that actually we don't fully understand because it's changed so much, as we've just heard. The way that we shop, the way that we live, the way that we use our devices, the growth in that has been so sudden. And Prince William here has warned about particularly to young teenage girls who have really big confidence issues, which prevents them going for the jobs that they would like, performing well in exams, thinking about different study choices, thinking about different career choices. It affects everything they do. And I know that because I'm working with schools and colleges all the time, talking to young people about how they feel. It affects boys too. And he's put a warning out about the fakery, if you like, of it all. Don't believe everything you see. It's probably been taken, 60, 70 photos. It's been photoshopped or whatever it is, filters put on. But, try and find confidence in yourself. And I think there's one way to really tackle that, and that's by us being more real and us being more honest. It is so easy to paint a wonderful picture of your life, but I think when I go into schools and colleges and taking all my parking tickets, they love that. Because they see you as human. Yeah, if you tell them, oh, well, let me tell you about the time I ordered far too many Panama hats and really lost my job. That really happened. If you want to buy one, I've got amazing Panama hats. They roll up really well. Had to buy all the stock myself. But, those are the stories that encourage and enthuse, because what they see is someone who can still make it despite making mistakes, despite having flaws. And I think we just all have to be more real. And that will help the next generation understand that actually life isn't perfect.
Yeah, the whole Instagram culture is very odd when you see everything filtered and reshaped. And
it's worrying because I see kids coming into A&E feeling that they're ugly if their photos don't have 300 likes on Instagram. So it's completely changed the environment that kids are growing up in. So I think if Prince William is speaking out about this, then that's good because it can raise awareness, and it is a very real problem.
Yeah, as
well,
it's
a very real problem.
But we've got to realise we don't fully understand the extent of it, so we need to educate as well. I think sometimes it can be, well, yeah, it's just it's online, it's Facebook, I don't get it. We've got to know it to help educate within it.
Yeah. Let's just finish off this segment looking at the Sun. It's looking at flu and this twin that died of flu. Do you know what irritates me about flu, Kish, is that too many people say they've got flu when they've got a cold, and then that means that people who do have, often flu isn't taken as seriously as it should be. No,
I mean, this case is an absolute tragedy in terms of the family of Melissa Whiteley were listening to the warnings about not going to the hospital and not kind of attending and things. And ultimately it cost her life. But yeah, you're completely right in terms of people saying that they've got flu and they haven't, because cases like this is where the resource should be going. And we need to make people aware of what flu is and what it isn't. And if people are ill and they're unwell, then seek medical attention, whether that be through 111 or out of hours GP or A&E.
I mean, proper flu is really nasty, isn't it?
Debilitating. You're not able to do anything, and completely washed out in bed, unwell, with temperatures as well and things. So yeah, it's worth putting it in context in terms of this poor girl that's lost her life as a result of listening to the warnings and not going in.
Yeah. Oh, it's an awful
It's
story.
amazing that we have so much information coming through that almost it becomes too much information, and we could help. You could have some really brilliant signposting on clarity of information, because as a parent, you just sit there wanting the best for your children, not wanting to disturb resource, not wanting to take resource off, and you have a constant dilemma when your children's ill, going, what's the right thing to do?
Yeah, well, no clear answer to that one, sadly. Look, we're going to take a break. Back with more for you in just a moment. Love it. Oh, I love a bit of stuff like that. We're out of time, Kish, I'm afraid. We've missed your last one out.
No great loss story, doesn't it?
Oh, that's all right then. Lovely, thank you both. It's been good to see you this morning.
And you.
Let's get a quick check on the... Oh, she's over. Yeah, she's still all right somewhere. She's been wheeled off. Let's get a check on the weather with Naz, who we're just wheeling in.